Hello everyone, this is Kylie. Welcome back to learning how to use Coca. This is the last video in the series. In the previous videos, we have used the list function, the chart function, collocates, and used the quick search. In this video, I will show you how to use the last tab, which is the compare search. This type of search is useful when you want to compare two different words. This is a great tool to show your students how different synonyms are used. Synonyms are important for students because it helps them expand their vocabulary. Some synonyms can be used incorrectly by students, which is why showing examples using Coca of different ways they are used can help students understand the meaning. Let's say you're teaching a lesson on synonyms. You are working with the difference between a house and a home. After the discussion with your students, you notice your students grasp the meaning behind the two synonyms, but you want to see if they can apply it. You can use Coca to do an assessment activity. Before I show you the activity, let's start with the search. First, go to the Compare tab and click on it. Go to the first box here and type in your first word, which in this case is house. Then go down to the second search box and type in the second word, which is home. Because I want to see how house and home are being used, how it's being described, I'm going to click on adjectives. Go to the part of speech box and insert an adjective. This will show you adjectives for both of these synonyms. Now go down to the collocates bar and click on two spaces to the left. Now we should be able to see adjectives that come before house and home. Now let's go down to the Sections tab and click on a genre. I'm going to choose magazine because I know that in Coca there are magazines on finance, home and health, and children, which all apply to having a house or having a home. Now press Compare Words to see the results. The first thing to notice is that there are two boxes in green. Above the boxes, you will see the word that is being represented. We have our first word, house, and our second word, home. The number in parentheses is the overall ratio for the two words. For every time house appears, home appears 1.39 times, meaning that home occurs 1.39 times more frequent than house within these particular search parameters. The first column here shows the collocates for house. This second column here shows the frequency of the first word compared to the second word, which is in the third column. This fourth column shows the ratio of the first word compared to the second word. And in the last column here we have the score, which is the ratio of this column compared to the overall ratio. If you ever get stuck, you can go to Help for more information. Let's click on Help. Here, it shows you everything that you need to know about the previous page. Go back by clicking on Frequency. Okay, let's see if we can find any patterns in the collocates for house. At first glance, I can see words here related to politics, I can see colors, pink, red, gray. I also see the physical aspect, such as wooden. Seems like we also have words related to time period. We have Georgian, 19th century, Tudor style. By looking at these collocates, the adjectives for house looks more about the actual physical space of the home. Let's try this second box here with home. It looks like we have words referencing distance. We have closer, close, long. And just by glancing at this, I can also see words related to feeling and emotion, such as broken, stable, loving, funniest, spiritual, sweet, like. Overall, the words seem like they have meaning to how you feel in a home rather than the physical aspect. If you want more information, you can click on one of these columns to see the context for the word. Let's go over here and click on yellow. Here we have our concordance lines. We can see you've got to go down to the yellow house, a canary yellow row house. Now let's think back to your class on assessing students on whether they know what a house and a home is. You can use concordance lines from house and home by clicking on any of the collocates from the previous page. Take this page for example. Choose a sentence and click on it for more context. Let's choose this one here. Now that we have our expanded context, you can copy and paste the sentence with yellow house into a document. Mix together a few different sentences from concordance lines using house and home, and white out where house and home was used and print out the page. You can hand this out to your students and ask them to figure out what synonym they should use. This type of activity can be done with any search we have done. Just use the concordance lines. Okay, let's go back to the search page. Click on Reset. And before I end this video series, I would like to provide a few more tips for continuing your searches with COCA. If you go down to the Text Virtual tab and click on it, you will see options to create a corpus within COCA. On the right-hand side, there is more information to help you get started. There is also the Sort Limit tab. Click on this tab. Here you can change your searches by sorting by frequency, relevance, or alphabetical. You can also go to the Options tab. Here you can also make changes to your searches. You can explore each tab more by clicking on them. Also, you can refer to the box on the right or go to the Information button at the top of the page. If you are interested in continuing to use corpora and want to investigate in other websites, you can go to this symbol at the top. In this list, you will find a list of corpora that are available for online use. The first column shows the corpus which you can click on to use it. The second column shows the description, such as how many words per million are in the corpus, the location, and the years. Let's go through some of these acronyms. As you already know, COCA is the Corpus of Contemporary American English. COHA is the Corpus of Historical American English. This one down here is the Corpus of Global Web-Based English. If you click on any of these corpora, it will refresh the page and direct you to the website. The interface will look the same as COCA. Let's try COHA. Now we are on the Corpus of Historical American English site. As you can see, it is the same interface as COCA, with the same tools that we have discussed in all of the videos. If you want to learn more about COHA, go to the box on the right, and it will give you an explanation on how up-to-date the corpus is, how many words it contains, and what you can do with the corpus. If you go back to the symbol at the top and click on it, it will take you back to the different corpora. Let's try a different one. Let's click on this one right here. And again, we are also using the same interface as COCA. This is the Corpus of Global Web-Based English. To give you more of an insight to what it looks like, click on Sections. Here we have a list of countries. You can click on any of these to see different varieties of English. The searches that you have learned in COCA can be performed in any of these corpora. You should just recognize that there are differences in content. I prefer to use COCA because it contains American English, which is what I teach, and it also has multiple genres to choose from, whereas Time is exclusively Time magazine. Also, COCA contains recent texts, whereas some corpora only go until the early 2000s. That being said, each of these corpora are unique and resourceful tools in their own ways. If you are interested in any of these topics for your class, feel free to explore and conduct your own searches. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching these 5 video tutorials on how to use the Corpus of Contemporary American English. I hope it has been helpful to you, and hopefully you can use what you have learned and incorporate it into your own teaching materials.